Today we're talking about some of the most dangerous tourist attractions in the world. Yeah, you heard me. Places that will straight up give you nightmares. These spots, they're not for the faint of heart. Some are high up in the mountains, some are deep in the ocean, and some, they're just straight up deadly. But people still visit them. Oh, and stick around to the end because the last two, they'll leave you speechless. So if you love a little thrill, or you just like to hear about places you'd never want to visit, stick around. All right, let's get into it. Mount Huashen, China. Okay, so first up, we have Mount Huashen in China. And let me tell you, this is not your average hike. Nope, this is the hike. The one that's famous for being absolutely terrifying. So imagine this. You're walking on a few wooden planks, like actual planks, bolted into the side of a 7,000-foot mountain. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing below you except, well, certain death. Oh, and if you're thinking, hey, at least there are safety harnesses, yeah, sure, but let's be real, that's not exactly comforting when you're dangling off the edge of a cliff. And the wildest part? People actually love this place. It's one of China's 5 sacred mountains, and tons of tourists come here every year to test their luck. Would you do this hike? Death Valley, USA. All right, next up, we're heading to the hottest place on Earth, literally. Death Valley, California. So, picture this. You're standing in a desert and it's like blazing hot, like 134 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's 57 degrees Celsius, by the way. That's officially the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. And the name? Yeah, Death Valley isn't just for fun. If you don't have water, you can survive here for like 14 hours. That's it. The crazy thing is, people still visit. There are hiking trails, scenic spots, and even a whole ghost town. But if you ever go, maybe like bring extra water. Just saying. Trolltunga, Norway. Okay, so this next one, it's breathtaking. Literally. Welcome to Trolltunga, Norway. A stunning rock formation that sticks out like 2,300 feet above a lake. And yeah, people love taking photos here. But getting there? That's the tricky part. So, it's a 10-hour hike. Yep, 10 hours, and it's not an easy trail. There are steep climbs, rocky paths, and let's just say it's not for beginners. Oh, and there are no safety barriers. Just you, the rock, and a very long drop. Unfortunately, not everyone makes it back safely. A 24-year-old Australian woman lost her life after slipping off Troll's tongue in 2015, and well, yeah, so if you ever go, please be careful. Devil's Pool, Victoria Falls. All right, this one, absolutely insane. We're talking about Devil's Pool, which is literally on the edge of Victoria Falls. Okay, so imagine this. You're swimming, and like just a few feet away, there's a 355-foot drop straight down. Like, the waterfall is right there. The only thing stopping you from going over, a tiny little rock ledge. That's it. And yeah, people have fallen in. A tour guide actually died trying to save a tourist in 2009. But even with that, people still flock to this place for the thrill. Would you take a dip here? Or maybe just watch from a safe distance? Stairway to Heaven, Hawaii. Next up, we have a hike so dangerous, it's actually illegal. This is the Haiku Stairs, better known as the Stairway to Heaven in Hawaii. So this is a steep staircase, like 3,922 steps leading up the side of a mountain. And the views? Yeah, they're unreal. But the problem? The stairs were damaged in a storm, and instead of fixing them, officials just shut them down. But that hasn't stopped thrill seekers from sneaking past security to climb them. And it's not exactly safe. People have slipped, fallen, and even gotten seriously injured. But that thrill, yeah, it keeps people coming back. Death Road, Bolivia. Okay, now let's talk about Death Road. Yeah, that's its actual name. And honestly, it's well earned. So this is a narrow, winding road in Bolivia that's like literally carved into the side of a mountain. And it's not just any road, it's one of the most dangerous roads in the world. We're talking about fog, landslides, no guardrails, and drops of up to 2,000 feet. Oh, and fun fact, about 300 people die here every year. And yet, tourists still bike down this road for fun. Like, what? Imagine speeding down this thing on a bicycle. No thanks. Yosemite National Park, USA. Now, Yosemite, it's beautiful, no doubt about it, but it's also one of the most dangerous national parks in the world. Every year, about 12 to 15 people die here, and most of the time, it's because they underestimate nature. Slippery rocks, unexpected falls, even heart attacks from pushing too hard. It all happens here. And if you're thinking, I'll just stay on the trail, well, people still get lost. So, if you ever visit, maybe. Don't get too close to the edge. The last two will leave you speechless. Okay, I promised you the last two would leave you speechless, and trust me, these next ones, absolutely insane. Snake Island, Brazil. Okay, so this one, absolutely terrifying. It's called Ilha da Queimada Grande, but most people just call it Snake Island. And there's a reason for that. This tiny island off the coast of Brazil is home to thousands of snakes. But not just any snakes. Nope, we're talking about the golden lancehead viper, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. And guess what? They don't just live on the ground. They're in the trees, everywhere. How venomous are they? Well, one bite can melt human flesh. Yeah, melt. And because of that, the Brazilian government banned people from visiting the island. The only ones allowed? Scientists and the military. So, if you ever think about taking a trip here, don't. Just don't. The Darvaza gas crater, Turkmenistan, Zaka, the door to hell. Alright, last up, we're heading to Turkmenistan to check out the Darvaza gas crater, also known as the door to hell. And let me tell you, this place looks like something straight out of a horror movie. So here's the story. Back in the 1970s, some scientists were drilling for gas when, boom, the ground just collapsed. What was left? A massive crater, about 230 feet wide and 100 feet deep. And here's the crazy part. Scientists decided to set it on fire. Yeah, they thought burning the gas would make it go out in a few weeks. Spoiler alert, it's still burning. Over 50 years later, and at night, this thing looks insane. Just a giant pit of fire in the middle of the desert, glowing like something straight out of a nightmare. And yes, tourists actually visit. Because, standing next to a massive burning pit of gas is apparently a fun vacation. Would you go, or maybe just watch from a very safe distance? Alright, now it's your turn. Which of these places would you dare to visit? Or are they all just a big note for you? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more crazy content like this. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one. Peace.